Hi, it is Tuesday evening, October 22nd. I have not edited any video in days. I've taken a little bit, but I have not forgotten about recording for Vlogtober. I'm walking Lacey, so that would explain the rather jerky movements. It's evening, I'm not even sure, 6:30 maybe, something like that, so not quite dark yet. And our children are out. I say children, they're all over 18, but they've gone to a Halloween event at the zoo. She keeps digging this one spot in the yard. I'm a little worried about what might be in there that she would eat. Come on. Sorry to spin you around. I did a little bit of knitting. I'm to the armholes on the back of the Sabasco vest, but that's about it. We got back from the beach yesterday afternoon, and today I did a little bit of laundry, but I didn't finish because I had to go pick up our stuff from the fair, and so that took a pretty good chunk out of the middle of the day. Tomorrow I will finish the laundry. I'm going to do some cooking for church tomorrow night, so I've got to go to the grocery store, but they called this afternoon. They are coming to work on the house to repair our water damage, finally. We cleared out of our bedroom, our master bedroom, back in August. So it's been about 2 months since we were able to be in our bedroom. And so I'm really excited about maybe getting our ceiling fixed this week. And then the upstairs will have to be done as well. I'm not sure where they're going to start. The guy that did it told me that the people who are coming don't speak a lot of English. He said they do good work, but they don't speak a lot of English. So hopefully we'll manage okay. I'm going to take a guess that they speak Spanish. Usually people around here, if they don't speak a lot of English, their first language is usually Spanish. And my Spanish is not very good. I know a little bit, but at least I can say hello and point them to the right place. But I'm fairly certain they know what they're doing. And we'll get on as best we can. She's determined to look at something over there near the cars. I don't know what's over there. The cat is on the porch, and the other dogs are in the house at the moment, so who knows. How are you? How's October? We're getting a few more warm days, although my son-in-law was telling me today that it's supposed to cool off again maybe next week, so we'll see. We've had a frost, not a hard freeze, but a frost. I'm gonna kind of turn, you see behind me, the tree behind me, that's our fig tree. It's obviously not been a hard freeze because the fig tree is still green. It would not do that if we had a hard freeze. However, my coleuses, that's the plural, right? Definitely got nipped by frost the other day, and there was a little bit of frost on our windshields. So we've had close to freezing temperatures, and probably don't have too much longer before we'll see consistently temperatures in the 30s overnight. Well, I am going to try to get this dog settled. I'm going to go in and get a shower, I think, and get the house settled for the night, and look forward to my children sending me pictures from their adventures at the zoo. I am currently walking Lacey. I think she's decided she's going to drag a giant stick along, or maybe not. When I got home, the people were working on the repairs in the bedroom primarily. And I have a ceiling now, so the hole is fixed. They've got to let the drywall mud dry, and then they'll come back and sand and probably paint tomorrow. We'll see. I also, did I say, I went to the floor, like tile place, and picked out my tile and grout for the bathroom repair upstairs. I've got, sorry that the shadows are really weird. I'm walking along the driveway with all the trees. It's a gorgeous day. It's actually going to be pretty warm this afternoon, up around 80. So yeah, it's pretty glorious right now. Anyway, I got my tile and grout picked out and my paint picked out for downstairs and for the upstairs bathroom. So I think that's all the decisions I have to make. I already decided on the cabinet and countertop. They didn't give me a lot of options, but I don't really care all that much as long as it's a well-built cabinet that's going in there. And I'm not that fussy about the countertop up there. So that actually should be fine. I'm not sure how much longer that's going to take, but if we can just get the downstairs bedroom in good shape, then Andy and I can move back into our bedroom, which will be excellent. What is it, baby? Something made her jump. I don't know what it is. I don't think it'll let me flip the camera around. Can you see her? What's in there, baby? I don't know. Sorry. I don't know, but apparently it's edible. I saw somebody post recently, I think it was about maybe a lab. Anyway, it said I had no idea how many things were edible till I had a lab. I'm learning that with a Brittany as well. She finds so many things to munch when we're out on a walk. And I just hope none of it's going to hurt her. I've pulled a lot of things out of her mouth over the last few weeks. I'm kind of rambling. Sorry about that. At Starbucks. Did I say what I ordered? I got a latte, and they have a apple crisp syrup for fall. And I got 1 pump of the apple crisp and 1 of a sugar-free vanilla, which keeps down your calories a little bit. Doesn't make a huge difference, but it helps a little. So it cuts out some of the calories and sugar. Probably a better choice I think I got the medium, the grande. Is that the medium? A small with 1 pump might have been a little bit better, just because the ratio would have been a little better. It tasted fine, but it just wasn't a very strong apple flavor to it. But I think that would actually work pretty well. So they've been really, really nice about special orders like that. So I appreciate that quite a bit, Starbucks. Thank you. Well, I think the plan for this afternoon, they're done working on the house for today. My daughter-in-law sent me a message earlier saying there's an estate sale. I've forgotten where she said, but there's an estate sale. And I think we're going to go check that out this afternoon. So hopefully I'll get some pictures there and can share a little bit with you of what's going on. I hope your October is going well. I can't believe it's going to be November in a week. Can you stand it? I can't believe it. All right, everybody. I'll check in later, hopefully. Hi, good evening. It is Saturday night, October 26th. I feel terrible that I have not been keeping up very well with Vlogtober. It was an effort, but I'm just not doing a very good job. It has been both really busy and not a lot to do. So let me try to explain. I'm sorry about the glare on my glasses. Just turn off the video and listen if it's bothering you a lot. But last week I went Tuesday and picked up my things from the fair, mine plus my daughter's. My youngest daughter went with me, and we picked up my stuff, her stuff, and my daughter-in-law's stuff there. And then what did we do? I don't even remember what I did Wednesday. I do know what it was. We were supposed to be at church Wednesday night. My husband and daughter went. I ended up staying home because they were coming in to work on the house. So I've mentioned previously this month, we had water damage that predates the storm. It was from a leak at a sink. And they got it all dried out back in August, beginning of September, somewhere around in there. But partly because of the hurricane, the actual repair work has been delayed. Okay, that's the way it goes. Other people had bigger emergencies, so we've just kind of been back burner, and they came to start working. And it turns out the tile in the upstairs bathroom, they had already had to pull up about, 20% of it. They ended up ripping out the rest of it. We anticipated that. And in the process of beginning the work on this, they broke a pipe, which led to water gushing from upstairs down through the hole in the ceiling onto the floor of our bedroom in a spot that did not have water damage before. Yeah. So I've picked out paint, I've picked out tile that has to replace that. Now we have to replace, I think we're okay on the carpet. We're probably going to replace it in the not too distant future anyway. But there's a bathroom with a vanity and then a closet on the other side of that. And it was just a storage closet attached to the upstairs bathroom with a vinyl floor. It's an older vinyl floor. It's kind of inexpensive, but it was always just going to be a closet, so no big deal. They had told us before, yeah, I think the vinyl's fine. Doesn't seem to be any damage back there. Well, because of this new leak, they checked the floor back there. And at first they said, yeah, I think we can get the subfloor dry. It should be fine. We were sitting downstairs. This was Friday morning. My husband was home. We were sitting at the table saying, yeah, they've said we think that they can not have to replace the vinyl. About this time, two guys come walking through the kitchen carrying the vinyl floor. Vinyl floor's got to go. But the good news about that is we were looking at I guess it's backer board that the vinyl was on. And as they walked past us, we could see that part of the subfloor, and part of that was black. That's not from a day or so of being damp. That's mold that was there probably from the original leak. So it actually is a good thing that it happened. It sets us back, but it's good because it means that something that probably needed to be replaced and hadn't been caught is they now know about it and will be replacing that. But what a roller coaster. I'm hoping that the repairs will happen in the coming week. I'm not sure if that's something that's going to happen all in a week or not. Maybe. What has to be replaced is the vanity and the countertop for the vanity, the tile floor for the entire bathroom there, plus the vinyl floor in the other closet. The room has to be completely repainted. I think baseboard and trim has to be repainted. At the very least, some of it I think has to be replaced. They also have to repair the ceiling. Now, the drywall for the ceiling is in place now. So I'm hoping that they will be able to get that sanded and painted in the coming week. But we'll see. Everybody's been incredibly nice. but it's just one thing after the other. And part of the reason I haven't recorded, I'm currently sitting on the floor in my son's old room. My husband and I have been staying in here for 2 months since we first realized that there was a leak and mold and that kind of stuff. So we've been staying in here, and it's okay, but it still makes us feel like we're in just such upheaval. The other problem is for my daughter and son-in-law. They're in the process of moving here from out of town. They're trying to sell their house and get a new house here. And so they've been staying with us, which is fine. I was very happy to have them staying here. The problem is where all of this, the ground zero for all of this insanity is the room that they have been using. So it was bad enough when what should have been a bedroom and bathroom kind of suite upstairs, they're not able to use the bathroom. Like, that's okay, we're managed. They're very sweet about it. But now some of the carpet up there needed to be dried. I don't think it's going to have to be replaced, but they're not even able to really sleep in the bed comfortably up there because of the fans and all of the stuff running to try to get everything dry up there. So this is a 4-bedroom house, and we're rapidly getting down to 2 usable bedrooms for 5 people who are here right now. It's a lot. But I will say everybody in the house has been very patient, very kind to each other, very helpful in getting whatever we need done. We don't have anybody who's behaving badly, so I'm very thankful for my family for that. Lacey, the puppy, is so much energy. We were talking about it earlier. She just does not stop. She's had people playing with her off and on all day. We've taken her for 2 good walks today, like half-hour walks, and then just tossing toys for her to fetch for the majority of the past couple of hours. And she could keep going, I'm pretty sure. I finally put her in a crate. It's where she sleeps at night, so if we need her to stay out of trouble for a little while, she can get up, she can stand up completely and turn around in there, but it's not a whole lot more room than that. But she seems pretty comfortable. I just give her a treat or a toy or something when she goes in there. But that's where she is right now. I'm hoping like a baby. I don't want her to get too much of a nap now before bedtime. But she's just nonstop energy. I'm hoping it's ultimately good for Bentley because they play quite a bit. He's 7 now, and I'm hoping that extra exercise is good for him. Having said all of that, I've done no knitting and only a little bit of reading because the only time I feel like I can settle down and read is at night. There's just constantly something going on. We went to a birthday party for a friend last night. I almost forgot about it. I had gotten the invitation, at least a couple of weeks ago, and I had been thinking about it during the day. Yep, we got Friday night. We got the birthday party Friday night. And then yesterday with all the stuff going on in the house, it hit me about 3. We have to be there in 2.5 hours. But I'm really glad we went. It was just a few people, and it was a really nice evening. And yeah, I'm really glad we went. When I was getting ready, I thought, this is ridiculous. Why did I say I would go anywhere tonight? Because I was so wiped out. But it was the right thing to do. Probably more for us than for anybody else, but we had a really nice time there. Gorgeous evening. We were outside part of the time, and it was just beautiful outside. My plan today was, I think 3 things. Wash linens, like, bed sheets and towels and that kind of stuff. Edit video, and was it groceries? I try to keep to 3 big things, no more than 3 big things in a day, but I figured the linens wouldn't be that much, right? I got a washing machine, what? So we got up fairly early. My Janie, my youngest, had to be at work today. She had to leave at 8, and she always likes to have somebody make sure she's up at 7. So we got up at our regular time and took the linens off the bed, grabbed our bath towels, and put it all in the washer. And kind of went on with routine in the morning. I was taking the stuff out of the washer to put into the dryer. Power went out. The power went out. No storms, no wind, nothing. We still don't know what happened. But when I looked at the, we have Dominion Power here, which sounds a bit sinister. It sounds like an evil corporation in a movie, but I'll keep you posted. Before that even, my husband and son they took trash to the dump, and they actually went to 2 different locations because my son had another errand to run. Point is, he went through the town that is, our address is this local town, and when he went through, he said, all the power's out in town. I'm like, oh no, what has happened? I still don't know, but when I looked at the power company outage map, it was all the area around our town, which was like 1,500 people, or 1,500 outages. I've forgotten how they word it, but like households. It wasn't out that long. It was like an hour and a half, but it slowed me down with the linens because I then thought, well, it's a beautiful day, I'll just hang them up. So that's what I did. I took that stuff and hung it on the clothesline. But it meant that the next load of, this was all the white stuff, and then the next load was color stuff, and I couldn't do that. So that slowed my day down. I couldn't video edit, at least not as much as I wanted to, without electricity and without internet. So it slowed my day down yet again. So I used some of the time to clean out my pantry, and I had more or less cleaned out the refrigerator, I think, yesterday. So after eating up some leftovers for lunch, my husband and I went to the grocery store. And as I said, the power had come back on at that time. It was out from 8:30 to 10 or 10:30. Anyway, we went to the grocery store and restocked some stuff. I feel pretty good about that, so I will let you know what I made for dinner, because it actually turned out really well. It was an Instant Pot beef stroganoff. I sauteed onions and garlic in butter and then added some flour. This is in the recipe. I added some flour and kind of stirred that into the butter and mushrooms and such, and then put in stew beef, so just little chunks of beef. I bought it as stew beef, but you could cut up a roast for sure. But put that in and set the Instant Pot. I think it said for 15 minutes, but I had doubled it, so I set it for like 20. And cooked that, and then once that, and beef broth, that was the other thing that I put in. Cooked that for like 20 minutes, then added egg noodles and cooked that. I only had to set that for 3 minutes. And once that was done, then I added the sour cream and just stirred it in good. And my daughter-in-law made green beans, and so that was dinner, and it was really good. If I can remember, I will link to the recipe because it was really easy and tasted really good. I think everybody liked it. So that was a good recipe. That will probably go into the rotation. Well, I'm going to try to do some editing tonight. I'm not even sure, 8:30 to 9, somewhere around in there. We have church tomorrow. We're starting a thing where you can bring, I think I've talked about this, but you can bring stuff. It's not a church-wide potluck, but anybody's welcome to use the church for lunch, but you have to bring your own food. I had something kind of planned, but I talked to our pastor's wife, who is a very good friend, and we often go out to lunch together on Sunday. So I said, are you guys bringing food and staying, or are you planning to go out? And she said, we're going out to eat tomorrow, but I think we're bringing stuff next week. So I'm going to save my plan for that. What I bought to make was a pork roast, and then I was planning to slow cook it or Instant Pot cook it in the morning, whichever I could get to, so that I could have pulled pork, like shredded pork, sandwiches. We bought some Hawaiian rolls to have with that, and I bought just a coleslaw mix, so I don't even have to chop up the cabbage. But that with coleslaw for something easy to transport. what I think we'll do, instead of trying to save that for a whole week, I think I'm going to go ahead and prepare that for one of our meals this week. And hopefully that'll be good, and then I'll have an idea of how well that'll work for taking to church on Sundays. Okay, y'all, I have chattered for 15 minutes. I can't believe it, but hopefully we're caught up. I will work on getting video edited, and I will chat with you again soon. Hopefully, I will be able to share with you some next week how all of the repairs are getting done and my house is put back together. Y'all have a good weekend.